So the Texans made quite a few moves today, and I just felt like I had to release a video giving my thoughts on these moves because they're not just small, little, insignificant moves. These are actually pretty big moves that kind of impact the team moving forward. So initially, when the Martin news came out, I was like, you know what, I'll just briefly mention it in my next video. But then all this other stuff started happening. They made these other moves. So I was like, you know what, fine. I'll make a video giving my thoughts on these moves. And the first move that happened today was the Nick Martin extension. When I first saw that, I saw it from Texans Cap. He just said that the Texans signed an extension with Nick Martin. The details weren't out yet. So when I seen that, I was like, okay, you know what? That's fine. It's probably a 1-year extension worth like $4 million. Boy, was I wrong. Nick Martin got a 3-year extension worth $33 million, and about $18 million of that is guaranteed. Meaning for the next 3 years, not counting this year, Nick Martin will get an average of $11 million per year. $11 million per year, that's like top 6 center money. Nick Martin is not a top 6 center. Nick Martin is not a top 10 center. Probably not even a top 15, top 20 even. In fact, Nick Martin isn't even our best center. Our best center is Zach Fulton. But yet, here we are. $11 million a year. $18 million guaranteed. 3 years. Nick Martin, that's a bad contract in my opinion. Now, Nick Martin's, this is 4th year. His first year, he got injured. So there's still a small chance that Nick Martin could develop into what he was supposed to be. And what Nick Martin was supposed to be was a top tier 10-year starter at center. But so far, the guy has been extremely inconsistent. Yes, every now and then he has a good game. But then, he has a good game and he follows that up with 3 terrible games in a row. And that's been Nick Martin. All Nick Martin has proven these first 3 years in his career are that he's injury prone and inconsistent. So, in my opinion, it's a bad contract. Now, it would have been a different thing if Nick Martin played well this season and then they gave Nick Martin a contract. But that wasn't the case. They're rewarding this guy for being injured and inconsistent. At least show me that he can stay healthy all year and actually, for the most part, be good. But, nope, Texans said nope, we're going to sign him to a big contract. And in my opinion, this just messes up the whole offensive line. Because, like I said, Zach Fulton is the best center on this team. But not only that, the best possible offensive line combination, in my opinion, is Laramie Tunsil at left tackle, Titus Howard at left guard, Zach Fulton at center, Max Sharping at right guard, and then Shantrell Henderson / Roderick Johnson at right tackle. Now, that's not going to happen because they're not going to bench Nick Martin. They're not going to bench him, especially after they gave him that contract. They would look extremely stupid. Even though, in my opinion, they already look stupid for even giving him that contract. It's just a bad move, in my opinion. And it would have been a different thing if they waited to the end of the year and gave him this contract. If Martin would have actually proven himself, then I wouldn't be that upset at the extension. But Nick Martin hasn't showed me anything. they're pretty much signing him to an extension based off of his potential that he had coming out of college. Just because he's Zach Martin's brother. It's just an all-around bad extension in my opinion. Now, the only thing there is to do is hope that Nick Martin lives up to the draft hype and somehow gets it together here in year 4. So, who knows? Now, the next thing I want to talk about, it's like a little small thing, but the Texans brought up quarterback Alex Magoo from the practice squad. When I first seen the move, I was terrified. Oh my God, why did they bring up a quarterback from the practice squad? What's wrong with Deshaun? But it was just a move to stop the Jaguars from signing him off our practice squad, because apparently the Jaguars tried to get him, and obviously, like you guys know, we play the Jaguars week 2, so Alex Magoo could have possibly went over there and told him what we do and stuff like that. So that was all it was, nothing to worry about. I was freaking out for a second there. Now the next move is a pretty big one. The Texans have released corner Aaron Colvin. I mean, we all watched the game. Colvin did terrible. I believe what they're saying is it was 7 receptions allowed on 8 targets. I believe it was 110 yards around there and a touchdown. That is very, very bad. And, he led up the last completion that set up the game-winning field goal for the Saints. Now, Colvin absolutely played terrible last night. However, I don't really think he deserved to get cut. Not just yet. Because, one, they don't have a replacement for him on the roster. They went to go sign Phillip Gaines, a corner who was a free agent. And let me just tell you my opinion on Phillip Gaines real quick. He's not good. He is terrible. He is probably worse than Colvin. Think of Sharice Wright. Think of Kevin Johnson. Well, Phillip Gaines is easily, in my opinion, worse than all 3. The guy cannot play football. He is atrocious. I mean, if you follow me on Twitter, I retweeted someone's tweet, and it's it's Phillip Gaines on the Chiefs, and they're showing his stats for the game, and the stats read somewhere around 8 catches allowed for 200 yards and a touchdown. Phillip Gaines is terrible. If Phillip Gaines has to start a game for us or play a game for us, things are going to look ugly for the Texans defense, that secondary in particular. Yes, I understand it was bad against the Saints, but believe me, things can always be worse. Now back to Aaron Colvin. I just don't think he should have been cut, honestly. Yes, he played bad, but you also got to keep in mind, cutting Colvin, we still owe him money this year. He still has some guaranteed money. So, you're still paying Aaron Colvin to be on the team, even though he's not on the team. I feel like that is just a waste of cap space. And, again, you're kind of making yourself look dumb in a way. And I also don't like it because I feel like they're using Aaron Colvin as a scapegoat for Romeo Crennel's messing up. That's how I see it. Romeo Crennel clearly messed up, and now they're cutting Colvin because of it. Even though, if Colvin didn't have any guaranteed money left on his deal, I probably would have cut him as well. But now, the reason why I do like the move is because it's showing everyone else on the team, hey, you better do your job and you better do it right, because, I don't care who you are, I'll cut your ass. Bill O'Brien, he don't care right now. Bill O'Brien will cut anyone if you're not performing well. And sorry, Aaron Colvin, but you didn't perform well last night against the Saints, so Bill O'Brien did what he had to do for what was most likely best for his team, but could end up being risky if, Philip Gaines has to start. But who knows what the Texans will do now with their corners. I'm hoping they throw Lonnie Johnson in there, but I don't know how they'll go about that, because we have 3 outside corners, Lonnie, Roby, and J-Joe, and I don't think any of them can play that slot corner role. If I was a betting man, I'd probably go with Roby, but still, I don't think either of the 3 should be at the third corner spot, the nickel corner, slot corner, whatever you want to call it. Maybe it'll be that guy we picked up, we traded for with New England, what's his name, Keon Crozen, or how I like to call him, Croissant. But maybe it'll be him. I heard a lot of good things about him from Patriots fans. Apparently, he's a good special teamer and he can actually be serviceable on defense, and he's actually pretty fast as well. So, hey, who knows? Maybe this guy's gonna be our nickel corner. I don't know if he is, but Patriots fans were pretty upset when they traded him to us. So, who knows? Maybe it's him. I don't know. But regardless, the slot position was looking pretty bad. I do like that Bill O'Brien showed some aggressiveness there in cutting Colvin, but kind of makes it look stupid, And also, Philip Gaines, terrible signing. Nick Martin, terrible extension. But, yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys for today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.